It is true indeed that a bad wife or a bad husband is preferable to a bad in-law.
It takes a reliable man to achieve such.
Okay. Mrs. Akabweze?
You can call me Yemisi. Please call me Yemisi.
Okay, Yemisi. You were saying?
I'm married to a husband who believes being a man is all it takes to be responsible. I mean, we're in the 21st century. A man who doesn't believe in equality has a problem. And if I'm still married to him and he cannot accept that, then he will have no peace.
Well, I think...
Give me money. I want to get something to eat.
Okay, Mr. When we're done from here, I'll give you whatever you want.
Oh, you want me to die of hunger because of your irresponsibilities, right? Anyways, I do not want you to ruin my image because that is your game plan. So I will get what I want to eat when we leave here.
Can I get you some water?
Yes, I would like some water, thank you.
Here.
You see what I'm saying? Why couldn't he come and get the water from you and hand it over to me as lovingly as possible? But no! Mr. Njibuigbo Akabweze is too bush to even know what to do.
Counselor.
Hey! Can't you see she's still talking to me? Why would you interrupt? What is wrong with you, this man? You see, he's even ill-mannered. Can you see what I've been going through in this marriage?
Okay, Mrs. Pardon me. Yemisi, you may continue.
I've said my piece.
Okay, Mr. Njibuigbo, you were saying?
No, Counselor. Don't I look like someone that's in trouble?
I don't understand what you mean.
What I'm trying to say is, don't you think I made a big mistake being with a woman like this as a wife?
Counselor, can you see the stupid question he's bringing up? In the middle of a counseling session, when we're supposed to be settling our differences, you're bringing in new problems. If you don't want to marry me, go! Go! Give me a divorce! If you're afraid of being a man, I'm not tired. I'm not afraid of being a woman. Shameless man.
My goodness. Who owns this chatterbox? You may continue, Mr. Njibuigbo.
Counselor, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sure.
Hopefully you can give me an honest reply.
Of course.
If you were a man married to a woman like this, would you consider the 3 options?
What options are those?
Divorce, murder, and suicide.
Chibu,
Yeah?
where are you going?
You can see I'm going out.
I need to go to the salon.
So?
Well, someone needs to take care of the baby.
Hey, Missy, did you see moon written on my face or something? Huh? Look, I come from a long line of family where men are kings and sissies are not respected. I don't know, you probably should ask your mother if your father ever breastfed you. Because mine didn't. Today is the day. Fire for fire. Destroy. Scatter.
What is this?
What's what?
Is your situation that bad now that you're not doing rituals? Chibugo.
Oh, this is not rituals. This is actually alligator pepper. This is how it looks like. Huh?
Even the name sounds horrible.
No. It does not. It's actually a common medicinal seed. It is beautiful.
From your village, Abi?
Come on, this is everywhere.
Okay, so what is that one then?
Which? This one?
Yes.
This is bitter cola.
Ew.
And this is another kind of cola.
Okay, so what is this for? Why are you doing? What are you doing?
Let me explain to you. Look, my father told me a perfect combination of this in the right measure will guarantee you satisfaction in bed. You'll be so good, you'll be scoring points.
Wow.
In different places.
I see.
I'm telling you.
Really?
Try it. Just taste this one. This one.
No, I'm not interested, thank you. You know what? Since you said that, do you know what I suggest?
Yeah.
I think you should add 1 or 2 energy drinks to that. So that you can be strong for me.
For you?
Yes.
You know, I like it when you sound like this. If you can be doing things like this, we will never fight. That's a good idea. But the only problem is if I add energy drink to this, it will go from 30 minutes to 1 hour 30 minutes.
No, I'm ready for you. Don't worry. 2 hours, I'm there. Don't worry.
You don't mean it?
We will do it.
Baby, I think it's time you put the baby to bed. Because by the time I am done with you, you will be singing Saman Queen. Row, row, row. Give me overdose, oh. Baby Saman Queen.
Overdose of what?
Baby, look, you know that the baby cannot be awake when we are doing this thing. And to be very active.
Doing what?
Making love now.
And who will making love?
No joke is that one now. You say, are you joking or what?
You better go and look for some eyes to put on that thing. Because tonight, nothing will happen.
Let me see. Let me see. You were there when I was taking all those things. You even came and told me to take energy drink, which was not my initial plan, to add to it. Now I have done all that. I am so on. And you're here telling me nothing will happen.
Yeah. Really? Okay, I am telling you, no show tonight. Now come to think of it, I just gave birth for Christ's sake.
4 months ago. 4 months ago, that was when you gave birth.
Does it mean that you should ride me like a horse at every opportunity?
What is wrong with you now? Eh? When I don't make moves, you say I'm trying to stab you on sex. Now I'm making moves, you're... Let me see. Let me see.
Get me a professional nanny, Njibuigbo. Relieve me of my stress. Maybe then I would have time for your needs. But for now, honey, good night.
Do not turn your back on. I'm talking to you. What's that for? I'm asking what you're doing because you have feeding bottles at this time.
I'm sure you had one too when you were little.
No. My mother kept me on exclusive breastfeeding for 3 years. And that explains why I am so obsessed about...
So I should be giving you breast milk morning, afternoon, night, right?
Give it to the baby.
Would you get out and do my job, please? As a mother. If my breast should fall tomorrow, would you like it? Would you be able to touch me?
Let me see. My son has fundamental baby rights. And one of those rights states he's entitled to exclusive breastfeeding for at least 2 years. Okay? Don't deny him of that. If your breast go flabby by tomorrow, go for surgery. Take it in or out. In fact, throw it away if you want. That's your business. But do not deny my son of his fundamental baby rights. Do you understand?
And if I die in the process, you marry another woman,
That's
right?
your business. Give my son his rights. Let me see. Yeah, Missy.
Yes?
I have the prescription drugs from the pharmacy.
Okay, give him 2 meals. I'll be there with you in a second.
Where is Chibuzo?
He's inside now.
He's not in his room. Where's my son?
Oh, but I told you about crutch now. He's a crutch.
Are you joking or something? When did you and I discuss taking my son to the crutch? Huh? What's wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? Where's my son? Where the hell is my son?
Crutch?
Yeah, is the crutch.
Okay, I'll take you there now.
You're wasting my time. Take me to the goddamn crutch now.
Let me grab my.
Something's wrong with you, right?
Oh,
huh?
Okay.
Get out of the castle! Are you okay? Good afternoon, ma. Yes, Chibugo. Ma, please, I don't know if you can calm down. Yes. She's very sick. Let me see your daughter. She's very sick. Yes, the doctor said that she's at the verge of dying, and they really need family members that and loved ones around her at this time. Please, it's very important you come. Ma, please don't call her phone, okay? Just come because she would want to avoid you, and I don't want her knowing that you're coming. Please, it's very urgent. Thank you, ma. Took my son to a crutch without informing me first. Can you imagine such irresponsibility?
He didn't provide me with the help that I needed.
You know, my father actually warned me not to marry a woman like this. He told me point blank, Chibugo, you are about to marry a woman. I did not listen to him. I was too stupid to listen to him.
And so did my mother.
Oh, well, your mother did not come into the marriage with a bag full of money, did she? Huh?
But her husband provided for her.
Oh,
yes.
And she wrecked him by advising him to spend his money on stupid things, vain things, irresponsible things like you.
They are married. And anything he does for her is not a waste. When was the last time you took me out on a date?
Oh no, why don't you ask
When was
her?
the last time you took me out?
Pardon?
When was the last time you spent hard-earned money on me?
Why don't you ask her what time she leaves the house? What time she comes back before she gave birth? She's an irresponsible woman. What the hell am I doing with this one in the first place?
What does that have to do with your insensibility?
Everything! I am going mad. You are driving me mad. You are driving me insane.
And you will die, yo.
You are insane. You should have died. Stupid woman.
It never starts.
Okay, why don't you tell me now? Answer me. Will you tell me? How can I do all of this with an absentee wife?
It's called career advancement. Look it up on Google.
Google. So my house is now Google. Huh? My house is now a place that she'll be practicing her career advancement. If I was to take my work as priority, will I be married to her? Will I be attending to my child? No. You know what? You should be happy that I'm a responsible man. If not, I would have been attending to all her female friends' advancements. I should maybe consider it. Yes. They make advances towards me because I'm hot.
I'm beautiful.
Oh no.
Let me tell you.
You are not.
Imagine this nincompoop.
Nincompoop kill you. Why don't you go and look at the mirror and see yourself? I pitied you and married you.
Mr.
No, I'm sorry for you.
You low life. What is it?
What?
May I have the baby, please?
He's fine.
I know he's not fine. He's not fine. Please give the baby to a more responsible woman that can manage him. Because you don't want to.
It's okay. Listen, it's really, really very good that the both of you are coming out with the real issues now, you know?
Chancellor, it is not good. I was quiet the first time I came here. Now I have lost it. So it is not good. I am going mad.
It's okay.
It is getting worse.
Okay. Allow her to talk.
Yes.
Don't shut me up. Don't shut me up when I'm talking. Let me talk. Ewu. Ewu Baranda. Amaju
Please.
Kitipan Babogishi. Idiots.
Okay.
Nonsense.
Listen, since the both of you have parents, I just want to suggest that, you go to them to mediate on the issues at hand. Some issues are best handled by elders.
I think you are very right. But that would have been possible if her mother was not very irresponsible. She has a very irresponsible mother.
Your father...
No, your mother is irresponsible.
Please, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Njibuigbo, please, if the both of you need counseling service, listen, I know of a very good and talented counselor that can handle crazy couples.
What are you trying to say?
Are you calling us crazy?
Are you insulting me and my wife? Huh? So we're now
like
crazy because we came to your office. You are now crazy. Is that what you're saying? I blame myself for bringing my wife and my son to your office. Something is wrong with you.
Crazy.
Get out of here. Let's go.
Where is my husband?
Rubbish. Stupid counselor. Rubbish. What's that?
Papa Ifyok, what is it? Please, didn't I tell you not to call me when I'm in the office? Hey, wait till I get home now. Me. Yes, it's the best. Hey.
Who is it?
You're fine. Is everything okay? What is the problem? You people give me such a scare. What's going on? Why are you staring at me like that? I'm talking to you.
What are you doing here, Mom?
What does that mean? I came because it sounded very urgent. Now that I'm here, you're asking me what I'm doing here. You think I like to be here?
So why are you here?
Is this a joke? Your husband called me and told me you were very ill. In fact, he said you were on the verge of dying.
What?
That's why I came, because I needed to see you before you died.
I reject such thoughts in Jesus' name.
Amen. So tell me, I can see your feet as a figure. Who is lying? You or your husband?
Mom, I was never ill. And I never asked my husband to call you. So I think you should leave.
Really?
Yes, Mom.
You're joking.
Mom.
Where is your husband?
Mom, leave.
Njibuigbo!
Oh,
where is he? Njibuigbo! Njibuigbo! Where is that your husband? I want to understand why he lied to me. Njibuigbo! Where is he? Njibuigbo! He's not at home. What are you trying to tell me? That Njibuigbo deliberately lied to me and you know nothing about it? You know the two of you are just full of crap. You see that's your husband, that silly boy. He will come here today and tell me what got into him.
Why am I the one you're shouting?
Why won't I shout at you? Do you know the way I was speeding along the road?
Welcome. Welcome. That was very fast. You look very pretty, very nice. It's been a long time I saw you. Have you given your mom something to eat? Some refreshments? Okay, I'll just be in the room, let me give you some other daughter.
If you take one step from that place, you will regret it. Why did you call me to tell me that my daughter was ill? That she was at the verge of dying?
She's ill.
Huh?
Oh yes, she's very sick. And besides, that was the only way I could get you here very fast to save her from this sickness.
Me, ill.
Don't you feel ill?
Njibuigbo, I'm sick.
Don't you feel ill?
And to save me from what exactly?
Your marriage is collapsing.
You are sick in the head. Now I know you have brain damage.
Look, Mom, she doesn't know how to take care of her marriage. She doesn't know how to take care of her husband or her baby. Look, even when I opted to bring my mom here, she refused. Mom, look, if I remain silent, that baby would suffer from an irresponsible mother. And we don't want that to happen. If only she allowed me to bring my mother down here, then I wouldn't have gone to the extent of inviting you.
So you lied to me.
And I'm sorry.
Let me ask you. Did Yemisi tell you that I'm a nanny or that I had worked as one before? Because Koyemi, how you people factored me into your irresponsibility. Eh? Sure, if you're a responsible man, oh, you already said you're irresponsible. A right-thinking man should know that what your wife needs right now is either a nanny or a house help.
Thank you.
Simple. Is it difficult to understand?
Exactly what I told him.
Ma, I will slap you.
But he refused. Did I tell you, baby?
With all due respect, Mother, only a woman that is thinking right would know that if that nanny was to run away with the baby, we won't be saying the same thing.
Run away with the baby will never be the same. What is it in this your house? What is it in this house that any nanny will want to kidnap your child for? Or you think the kidnappers are stupid? They look well. They know where there is something. They are not looking for briefcase carrying people. Nothing in the briefcase. Only paper.
I'll be in my room.
Go to your room. Hey, come here before you go to your room. My box is in the car because I was running upstairs. I thought there was something wrong. Oh yeah, loba mi gbewa. Oh yeah. Bakokoro jare. Iwo gave me cold water.
Second time, third time. He kept doing it. Now they really just got scared.
Why do you invite my mother here? Why did you tell her to come? When you know the way she is. Do you like the way she's insulting you now?
You are shouting. I have a baby here. Okay? Sorry about that. Besides, last time I checked, was the both of you doing the insulting out there?
Very funny. I did not insult you. I only agreed with something she said.
Oh. Yeah. So, like I was saying...
It's not even funny, Njibuigbo. It's not even funny. You have to go and tell her to leave. Drop the baby now and tell her to get out of her house.
But, she's your mother. You should tell her to leave by yourself. Sorry about that, okay? Tell her to leave by yourself. That shouldn't be hard, would it? Yeah.
You know the way she is. It's not even funny. If she stays a second longer, she will make our lives a miserable hell in this house.
You know what? The only way I would tell her to go is if you allow my mother to come.
What?
Yes.
Your mother over my dead body.
I see. Oh, well, if you look at things, that wouldn't be a bad idea. But I advise that you still leave her around. She can help with the house chores, the baby, wash your laundries, because you don't even take care of your own self and your clothes. She can help you wash them, take care of the house, and teach you how to be a good mother. I don't know if she has those skills, but let's try her out and see. Okay? So sorry, Mama is just disturbing us.
So that's what you're telling me, right? So that's the solution to this problem.
That's where the lion now came for the last time. And then the daughters were shouting. Don't be like your mom, okay?
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. We can start from there and we take it to...
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What you wrote in the paper?
Hold on, let me call you back. What's the writing paper?
Sir, you wrote
I wrote what?
She's a bitch.
Man, that was a disaster.
That was more than a disaster.
What?
Just imagine if no one saw that thing. And it got to my client's hands. What would have happened? All because of my stupidity, lack of concentration, because of my domestic issues. And that woman. That woman.
Only you just dey go through all this wahala, man. Now, wow. But you see what I was telling you? I remember telling you vividly that you should not marry that girl. But you wouldn't listen.
Because of your reasons. Your reasons were very stupid. Yes.
I knew you would say that.
You were categorizing a whole people as one. Let me ask you a question. Do we have bad people in our place? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Lots of them. Now imagine if people were categorizing us all as one. How would you feel?
No, but look at what you're going through. Look at what you're going through because of her. Huh? To even think that you even forgave her just 2 days of... Come on.
Hey, bro, please. Let's not go there.
Let's not go there.
Yes.
Okay. So, what are you going to do?
I have no idea.
Well, I do. I do.
Which is?
To check a woman, you have to have another now. You have to give another. You have to have another, yes.
Another what?
Another woman, of course. Yes, no. Another woman.
Oh, thank you. Can I have more ice, please?
What I'm trying to say is this. The least you should have done would have been to inform me before coming to the house.
Atmospheric Okukojugo. Are you trying to say I will inform you in advance before I pay a visit to you, my son?
I am married. I have a wife and a son.
As well.
It's only right that you inform me before coming to my house.
Let me tell you, we are here for political rally. We won't be here for more than 3 days. After 3 days, I just go home.
But Uncle, you can as well get a cheap hotel for 3 days.
Tony, you are saying this. A seminarian. If not for that fact that I've slapped you now. Look at you. Look at what I'm teaching my son. You're corrupting him. See, after 3 days, I've said it, I will go. Leave you and your house. Where's the entrance? Huh? Atmospheric Okukojugo.
At least you would have told him that you were coming. I don't know, it might not be convenient for them.
I will slap you now.
Can we just go?
Tony, be careful.
Dad, can we just go inside?
Atmospheric Okukojugo.
Can we go inside?
Let's now go.
I have neighbors
Do
here.
I lead the way?
I have neighbors. Dad, stop shouting.
Who will lead the way?
I'm leading the way. This is
Then leave me in front. Move, let me follow you. Atmospheric Okukojugo. Atmospheric Okukojugo. Wow. Hey. Yeah. Thank you. Welcome, sir. My daughter, how are you? This is your mother? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, even if she dies and reincarnates, I will still recognize her. but I'm not seeing those sharp and rubbing shoulder attitude. Yes? Aha! That's what I'm talking about. See, I like women fight the devil. Your mother can't do that. She likes to rub shoulder with men. Good. Yes. That's good. That's good. See, I like her style. No matter what. No, she doesn't allow dull moments. It's not that.
Sorry, Uncle. I have to go back to the parish.
Yes,
if you don't mind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the company. Okay?
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye. A safe trip, eh? Why are two of you looking at me? Like zombie or zombie? Tell them to go straight. Joro, Jara, Joro. Get up there and go and get me food to eat.
MC.
Yeah.
Get
You know
something
I came
for
from
to
a
eat.
far distance. Thank you. That's good. That's good. All right. I make myself. All right. My lord, how are you? See, I'm going to introduce you to our party chairman. We came for a rally. And I'm sure you're going to be given the position of woman leader. It will suit you, provided you do something. Smile, you understand that? See, I still like your style, whether they like it or not. You get the atmosphere excited. You bring trouble and we quench trouble. That's good. Longest time to see. So I think I can start from her before she comes with it.
What is your father doing here?
I don't know. I came back from work and saw him downstairs with my cousin.
You've not answered my question. What is he doing here?
I guess he said something about political rally.
Oh, you suddenly remember. A few seconds ago, you didn't remember what he was doing here. Now you can recollect, right?
Well, I think he said something like that.
You know this is trouble, right? My mother, your father, under the same roof. That is disaster.
That is disaster, really. That is disaster. Njibuigbo, you better tell your father to leave or I'll go and do it for you by myself.
I'm sorry. I can't tell my father to leave my house.
Okay, no problem. Don't tell him. I will help you. You want all the sorrow.
What do you want me to say?
He
refused.
Emma, worry. My best so.
Yeah. This soup is as sweet as the balls of a ram. Daughter-in-law, get me more. This won't do for me.
Okay, sir.
She's eating. Besides, there's no more soup.
Who says I will not enjoy in the house of my son? My own son.
Why are you making noise?
I should enjoy in the house of my...
No soup.
Look at you. Just look at you. I must enjoy here. You know what I spent to train him? For two of you to enjoy?
I didn't use money to train him.
This is his house.
You think he's covered to school abroad?
It's his house.
It's not her house.
So I will get you more soup.
No.
Don't
get it. Don't do it. I'll go and get food.
Sir, go and get what? How can you come enter another woman's kitchen? What is it?
Will you get out of the window? Hey!
In somebody else's house? Are you a woman? What are you looking for in her kitchen?
Okorie. Atmospheric.
Go and sit down. I will check and see if there's soup remaining.
2.
Oh, Lord, what kind of man is this?
Your mother.
Your father.
Your mother.
Your father.
Your very own mother. Your mother.
Your father.
Stupid.
And so what? Let me tell you. Financial sacrifice. You may think I'm an old man, but I know what I'm doing. Those boys are mine. See, if I tell them to scatter the rally, they will do it and nothing will happen. What do you mean? I'm telling you what will be good for our political party, and you're speaking English you don't even know very, very well. Look at you. Don't you just take it easy? How much am I asking you to settle everybody? Ordinary 2 million naira. 2 million. Why are you stingy? Ordinary 2 million naira to settle everybody. Everybody should be made happy. Don't let me curse you down. See, whenever you are ready, you call me. When you call me, I'm going to bill you 50,000 naira I've used for credit. Go and sit down. Just imagine. Atmospheric. Oh, you go. Why are you all looking at me as if a lion is looking at an antelope?
Dad, you don't have to shout when you're on the phone.
You are stupid to say your father is shouting. You're very stupid. Don't insult me.
You're just a noisemaker. Ordinary phone call. Mr. Financial Secretary.
Look at this one looking like doll baby from a bar market. Doll baby?
Me, doll baby.
Doll baby?
It's better. It's better than looking like an ugly chimpanzee. Just the way you look.
Well. See, I wouldn't condescend to talk with the woman, rub herself in the mud. I'm a title chief. Title chief. Look at it. Listen, I have a meeting at midnight for our party. I need rest now. I want to go and rest. Please.
It's better. Go.
Please.
Noisemaker.
Atmospheric.
Why are you looking at me like that? Atmospheric. Choko. Your father-in-law.
My mom will not leave the room for him.
They can share the room together.
Then someone will be dead in the morning.
I'm very sure that person is not going to be my dad.
Oh, so it's my mom that can die, Abby?
You asked the question, I only answered you.
Won't it be nice if you tell your dad where to sleep? Why can't you be civil for once? Be civil.
It's his son's house. He can sleep wherever he wants to sleep.
An elderly man will not need to be told that the only available space is in the living room.
So you're insinuating that my father at his age should sleep in the living room while your mom, in her young age, you know she gave birth to you at a very tender age. She's still a small girl. Sleep in the room.
She is your mother-in-law.
He is your father-in-law.
She deserves respect.
He deserves respect. You know what? The other option is, why don't we let my father sleep here and then we can sleep in the parlor?
Are you joking? While I'm still alive?
Something just crossed my mind. Your mom can actually sleep in the kitchen. Yes. So that she can learn how to cook. You can join her there too. I'm actually reading a very important thing.
Your father.
Your mother.
Your father. So look at me. Look at me.
We are here.
Count.
Wow.
What are you doing here?
Come, let's sleep together.
Are you alright?
The bed is soft. Come, Bolanle, come.
Don't.
She's disturbing us. The baby is sleeping.
Do you have any solution to their problem? So what would you say?
can they pass on your mother?
What kind of nonsense is this? Eh? Me that I sleep on a queen's bed in my beautiful room. Eh? This Njibuigbo boy has decided to subject me to this ridicule. Hey! I wanted to take it easy with you before. But you see now, Lalei, no problem. Emi, Bolanle Roland, to sleep on a stupid couch. Eh?
My lord, why don't you come inside and sleep?
Nibo.
The bed is soft. We can share it together. In fact, we love. We can share everything and anything. Come inside.
Are you mad?
No.
Shori and Daruni. I thought you wanted to sleep on the bed. I left the bed for you and came here. Now you have followed me here. Respect yourself. Respect yourself, oh.
No, I want you to sleep comfortably.
Go Shikuro Lana Jare.
This place is not good for you. You're a bigot.
Go and sleep, old man.
Hey, good morning, Dad.
What are you doing? Cooking?
No, I'm just supervising the water that is.
Shut up your mouth. Shut up. Where's your wife? Where's your wife?
That she slept late. So
shut up your mouth. Get out of here.
Dad, no.
Get out. Cooking for your wife. Get out.
I'm not really cooking for her, Dad.
Get out. Atmospheric ọkụkọ jugo. Atmospheric ọkụkọ jugo. Eh? Look at this boy. What are you still doing on bed at this hour? Huh? Huh? I'm asking you.
Sir, I slept very late yesterday and I couldn't get up to...
Shut up your mouth. Shut up that mouth. Let me tell you, my grandmother used to wake up at 4 a.m. At 5 a.m., she's on the way to the farm. But look at you here. Your husband is preparing his own breakfast. Get out from there. And get out. Get out. See, if I hit you now, you understand the seriousness of this situation. Go to the kitchen and prepare for your husband. Get out. Eh? Atmospheric or jugo. Atmospheric or jugo. Huh? Huh? Where is she?
Let me see, what's wrong? Let me see.
There's nothing I will not see in this world. Nothing. Susan, is this what you call a wife?
Oh, Baba, if you talk to my daughter like that one more time, I will blind those your eyes for you. You won't even see another woman to abuse.
Atmospheric Okukojugo. You make me blind for correcting your daughter.
Correct her.
And I'm saying you didn't bring her up very well.
Come and bring her up for me.
You did not.
Come and bring her up for me.
Oh. Two of you should be lamenting the situation. Now, go and prepare breakfast for my son.
What is that? Just go, Jare.
He can't go out without eating breakfast.
Sit down. What is it? Does she look like a slave? If all the girls in your village are willing to be slaves, not my daughter, you can go to that your village and get another wife for your son.
Atmospheric Okukojugo. Simple. You have her. What she's saying is that you have to go and get another woman.
Yes, I said it.
Yes.
You go and get another woman. Pick another wife if it's easy. I dare you.
No!
Where is she?
Prepare your husband.
Be very careful, oh. Be very careful, oh. I'm warning you, be careful the way you treat my daughter in this house. She's not married to you, she's married. Hey, you come back here.
Listen.
Foolish boy. You stand there and you watch your father insult your wife. And you do nothing. Standing like an idiot. Eh? I want to give you
Atmospheric
You should be ashamed of yourself. Go back to the village where you come from. Lagos is not for people like you. Lagos is not for people like you, Bushman.
Let me say I'm sorry.
You are not sorry. You are not sorry, Njibuigbo, because you stood there and watched your father insult me.
What was I supposed to do?
Defend me, Njibuigbo, defend me. A good man is meant to protect and defend his wife. Just to make her happy. You have been practically useless anytime I needed you. You are useless, Njibuigbo. You are useless to me.
What is it? Just leave me alone.
I'm sorry. Come on, sit down. I'm sorry.
Cowboy without a cow. I made this list of things that I need you to help me buy on your way back from work. Bajare.
Is my breakfast ready? Is my breakfast ready? I'm asking somebody, is my breakfast ready?
Who are you asking?
I'm not talking to you.
You can't be
my
talking
breakfast?
to me. Do I look like your wife?
Huh? Is my breakfast ready? Huh? Now,
Can you stop shouting this man?
I can shout.
What kind of problem is this?
It's the house of my son.
What are you looking for? Money for this small list?
What kind of institution is this? Huh? No training?
Dad,
Nothing?
Dad, it's okay. Yeah,
Just imagine.
Your mother wants some things from the market, so here's the money and the list. Get it for her.
Hey! Atmospheric Okukojugo. Atmospheric Okukojugo. I still repeat.
When you finish, go to the kitchen.
Nkotansi Nike Akonyango nono. Nkonyango nono. Okonie.
Mom, I'm tired.
Well, that's what you get when you don't listen to your mother. I warned you. Didn't I? I warned you, but you wouldn't listen. Do not marry this Igbo boy. It's bad enough that you married an Igbo boy. It is double problem that he's Igbo and poor.
Mom, he is not poor. He is average.
And you can barely feed. Keep deceiving yourself.
Mom, please, I need to come home. Please. I just need a few days. I need a break, please.
That's not going to work. To come and do what? You're not going anywhere. At this stage, no.
Mom,
you will stay.
I'm asking for just a few days.
You are married. You will stay here and work things out in your marriage. You hear me? What do you want our neighbors to say?
Mom.
What? Their conclusion will be that you've been thrown out of your marriage. Rumors will begin to fly around. Joma Kubami. No, you will stay here. Work things out. Besides, you and Njibuigbo, you are good together. Eh? If not for this, his father that is a pain in the neck. Agbaya Oshi.
Boys. Yes, sir. I know you are troublemakers. That's what I need you for. So when the time comes, we'll make real trouble. Correct. That's what I need you for. We are going to make trouble at the right time. Are you prepared? We are ready. Are you ready?
We are ready. We will scatter everywhere.
Trouble must come, we must make trouble.
Yes.
Yes.
Election, no election, you are the winner. Yes, definitely. See, baby.
Okay.
Look, this one.
That makes sense.
Don't see the mama. Mama.
Oh. She's a grandmother. Okay. Drink and get inspired.
Yes, sir. Oh, boy, see the popo. Easy like. Guys, that must be come on. Hey!
Sit down. Take it easy. Hold it. She is the wife of my son. Like I was saying,
yes,
there'll be time for trouble.
Yes.
You're going to pretend as if you belong to the other party.
Yes.
CPC. Once I give the sign, destroy! Remove every rubbish.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes, there seemed to be a strange movement in my neighbor's apartment. I saw some very strange faces, some very criminal-looking young men entering the apartment, and there's a young woman with a newborn baby in that house. Yes. What did you say, sir? Exactly. That's my worry. That's my worry. So I need you to... The address. It's plot 62.
Let's settle this as brothers. See, this is my son's house. I'm not fake. But my son...
Sir,
okay.
I'm sorry. You just have to move with us.
Officer, please, this man is telling the truth.
Yes.
He's my father-in-law. He brought in people to have a meeting.
Madam, I'm sorry. Someone called us from this house.
It was my mother that called you. So it was a misunderstanding.
Excuse me.
Her mother?
It's a long story. But officer, I'm so sorry for the false alarm. I'm so sorry.
I'm into politics. You're having one meeting or the other. I'm a politician. Please.
Don't be upset. Please,
I'm
officer.
telling you the truth.
Thank you so much.
Veuve. See my veuve. We have to look fresh, feel fresh. Yes. Good boy. Good.
Woman, is it true that you called the police to arrest my father?
Yes, I did.
You did. I don't expect such behavior from someone that claims she has a brain.
Very stupid. Are you talking to me like that?
Yes, I am.
You're talking to me
Yes,
like that?
I am talking
so
to you
where
like
you
that.
come from, this is how they talk to their mother-in-laws. What is the meaning of that?
How about I haul you to the police station and arrest you for constituting a nuisance in my house?
You
Would that be
cannot.
nice?
You cannot.
Would
Don't
that be nice?
You cannot talk to my mother like that. I will not accept it. No.
Why don't you tell me how to talk to somebody who does not show my family respect or myself?
I admit she was wrong, but that doesn't give you a reason to insult her. If anybody should insult her, it should be your father, not you.
When a dog bites its owner, he gets put down.
Me, dog? Did your husband just call me a dog? Did your husband just call me a dog?
He wasn't referring to you. He was speaking metaphorically.
That is English, Abi. Oda. It is getting better. Koguru.
Dad. This one, you're not smiling. I hope everything is okay.
Why don't you force a smile out of my mouth?
Yemisi told me about what her mom did to you today.
You see, that wife of yours can make a mountain out of a molehill. It's a little thing and we resolved it.
Dad, I'm really sorry.
It's okay. It's nothing. It's all right.
When Dad is like this, it means there's trouble on the way.
Atmospheric. Okokonjugal.
Who is there? Who is there? I didn't lock this door when I came in now. Open this door! Open this door! I know you can hear me. Open this door now or else you will regret it. Open this door! Agbayaoshi! Open the door! What kind of wahala is this? Help! Help! Somebody help me! Oh! Who is there? Help!
It does not make sense to me, Dad. It does not make sense to me. Dad, wouldn't you stop being stubborn and listen to someone?
What is it?
Dad, what you did is totally and completely unacceptable. What if you don't have medical health? Huh?
Who will care? Who cares?
It is getting very embarrassing. Getting to the point where I have to talk to you like a child.
Hey! Atmospheric okukojugo. Anna masia balakeni bebarata. Yabori egono. Bo. Look at you. You're fake, stupid, demented mother-in-law. Call police for me. Label me an armed robber. Your father an armed robber. You're still talking about
what is dying in the process? Who do you think of that? What if you look at the machine in the process? What would you do? Who will care?
Let me tell you, Jubisa. I doubt if I'm your father. I doubt if my blood is in you. Huh? Let me tell you, as soon as the rally is over, I'm going to call Tony to take me away from your stupid house. Your demented environment. Stupid boy. Huh? Atmospheric okukojugo. Atmospheric okukojugo.
Babe, we need to do something about them. Babe.
You seem to know how to handle situations that your useless husband can't. So why don't you handle it?
Babe, you're still angry about that? But I apologize now, baby. It's okay, I'm sorry again.
Angry? Nah. I'm not angry. I am enraged.
Enraged! My father, your mother, all of them, you yourself, you're all the problem. Demons, that's what you are. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Leave me alone. What's wrong with all of you? Get out of here.
Pastor.
Hello, sister. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for coming on short notice.
It's okay. You see, anywhere the Lord wants me to be, that place I would be. So, what is the matter?
Let me go and get my mom.
Okay. Thank you.
Mommy, this is Pastor Sam. He's my pastor and he came to pray with us and to share the word of God with us. Pastor, this is my mother and that is my father-in-law.
You're welcome, Pastor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're blessed. You're blessed. All right. Before we continue, can we say a short prayer? Please can we close our eyes and bow our heads in prayers. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Hello, sir. Please, can you close your eyes while we pray? Father.
No, it won't happen. They want to trick me so they could do something bad to me. It will not happen.
Sorry, sir. You need to close your eyes in prayer, sir.
How did you know my eyes were open if you had closed your own eyes?
See, I'm a pastor, a man of God. I have the grace to either open my eyes or close my eyes while I pray. And I have the grace to pray for you, sir.
I am suffering the disease called eye opener. That's why I cannot sleep at all. I can't sleep at all.
Rishi.
What's your business? What is your business?
Kilode, was I talking to you? Was I talking to you?
Why did you talk after I talked?
Why wouldn't I talk? It's my mouth.
And you were clapping your hands.
Why wouldn't I clap my hands?
Why should you talk after I have talked?
Did I talk with your mouth?
You were referring to me.
Please.
Yes.
Jojo.
Look at you.
Narrow is the road that leads to heaven. But the road that leads to hellfire, very wide. All the liars will go to hell.
That means we'll still meet here again after this life.
You and who?
Yeah, we'll meet somewhere after this life. That's what it means.
Not me.
You
already know that you're going to hell. You can't take me.
Atmospheric Okorie.
The last time.
Worried, Mom. Why won't I be worried? Njibuigbo has never done this kind of thing before. And you're telling me not to be worried. What if something happened to him? Better. What did you just say, Mom?
Nothing. Men. You don't know them. You just started. You think you can trust them?
Mom, enough, please. Enough. Wait until... Enough, Mom!
A woman with only a daughter will not know the value of a handicapped son.
You can't stand here all night. Eh? Go in and get some rest. You can't stand here the whole night waiting for him. I will, Mom. If that's what it'll take, I will. He's my husband. Hear me, see. I won't deceive you. This is not how you handle things like this. Go in and rest. He will come back. Hear me, see. You're not listening to me.
Can you leave me alone? I will not listen to you. Nobody tells you what to do in your husband's house, so don't come here and tell me what to do.
Are you mad? Are you talking to me like that?
Will you shut up?
Shut your mouth. Don't be silly.
I'm pissed off.
I said shut up. You don't raise your voice at me. You put yourself in this mess in the first place. I warned you, didn't I? Did I not warn you?
What's the problem? Why are you standing there worried? Huh? What's happening?
If anything should happen to my husband, if anything should happen to my husband, I will blame the both of you.
You blame?
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? If anything should happen to my husband, I'm repeating myself so you can understand what I'm trying to say.
You blame the two of us?
Yes, I will.
You're trying to merge us as new husband, new wife, or what? Let me understand. Hey, atmospheric Okorie. Ihe mmadụ na-ekpe ekpere nwaanyị alụchakwa ọlụ mebe ọmụma. Nne na-ebukwere nna na nwaanyị ebukwere. Ndị ka nne nke bụ na ihe lụrụ abalị ịtọ na ihe karịa wụ agwụ ogbomụgba nọ. Nke ma anya afọ iche. Ihe na ya Chukwu nke abịa nwere ụkpọka. Igwe ọnụ na gwara ka fụtaka ise
Chibugo. I've been crying my eyes out. How could you have done this to us?
Chibugo, did you plan to kill your father? Where have you been for days now?
Did anything happen to you? Are you fine? Are you sure?
What is that? Huh? Ring? Let me say, what's in that letter?
Divorce papers? What is the meaning of this? I don't understand.
Let me get the door.
Atmospheric Okorie. Atmospheric Okorie.
Oh, wow, you know the boss is already. You know what? Let me get you a glass of whiskey. I'll be right back.
So you knew about this? No, not exactly, sir. I just got to know it just a few minutes ago, and that's why I rushed down here to stop him.
We know what happened, okay? Come on, others.
Atmospheric Okorie.
It hasn't got into divorce.
It's a good thing my father is here and your mother is here too. This right here is a divorce letter. And I wouldn't like us to talk much on this or push this further than it is right now. So, let me see. Please sign this at your convenience.
Hey! Atmospheric Okorie.
I think we could discuss this matter and resolve it.
Talk about this.
Can talk about this?
Yes.
I think you're right. We should talk about this. Let me see. My dear wife. Who is Chibuzo's father?
Hey! What is wrong with you?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me go get the door.
Atmospheric Okorie.
What kind of stupid question is that? You want to divorce her, so you need to tarnish my family image before you do that?
Atmospheric Okorie.
Hey, Father, come, please.
Everything okay?
No.
What have you come to do here? You were supposed to be in the seminary?
Oh, yes, sir.
You are interrupting
My wife. She was about to answer a question and you just distracted her. That's rude. Please don't do that again. Answer my question.
Don't cry, Ojale.
What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Answer me! Don't you dare talk to me!
Stop it, Ojale! What is it?
Who is the father of that child? Don't you!
Ojale! Oh yeah, you want answer now? Tell him he's the father of the baby.
Yeah, let me see. What are you doing here? Sweetie, listen, please don't do this, okay? I mean, all I'm saying, just one more time before you finally tie the knot.
Come on, Tony, I'm getting married in 2 days.
I know. It's tough for me. But you're leaving me in 2 days' time as well.
You realize that we're not in a relationship, right?
Yes. But we just happened. And I loved every moment.
But it has to come to an end, Tony. I'm going to be a married woman.
Well, I mean, Njibuigbo wasn't around. And we enjoyed every moment, didn't we?
But I feel terrible.
I know. feel so much inside of me for you.
I swear it was a mistake.
Mistake?
What do you mean mistake? Eh? Oh, good. Okay, here you go.
Yes,
Chief?
thank you.
Yeah.
I don't
Come
know
on.
what's going on, man. I'm trying to send messages and make calls and nothing is going through.
Just calm down, okay? If it's urgent, you can actually use my phone.
Oh yes, please. It's very urgent. Thank you. Oh, yeah, got it.
You know, everything will be fine. Yemisi is a very good woman.
Yeah, and tomorrow is the wedding. Her wedding gown is not here. How do I do this?
She will just calm down, okay? Everything will work out fine. The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Let me read something for you. You know, I've been praying for you, you know. Okay.
NBC! Iwo father, Iwo! You're a disgrace. After all I've done for you, this is how you disgrace me.
I'm sorry, God.
Yeah!
Sorry.
She was so happy.
Njibuigbo.
Uncle.
Njibuigbo.
Yeah! Take it.
Let me see. This is the DNA result. Chibuzo is my son. Heartache is like a rubber band. No matter in which direction you pull, it will always come back to you. The only way out, let go of the heart.